Hey guys, I am so excited to get to talk to you about the art of inviting with Plexus. My name's Aubrey Guerin, and I am a diamond with Plexus, which just means that in my 10 years, I have helped a lot of people who have started exactly where you are. I started where you are, and everyone on this team that's successful has started where you are. And we are just so excited for you and so proud of you for taking action and getting into activity. So, when it comes to the art of inviting, I bet you have a lot of questions in your brain. What does it mean to invite somebody to take a look at Plexus? What do I say? Who do I say it to? And what in the world do I say if they say yes? Also, you might be thinking, will I die if they say no? Spoiler alert, you won't, you'll be okay. So, what I suggest is that you follow kind of a simple formula that I'm going to teach you, but also we have an app called Boards that I'm going to show you in a little bit that has lots of examples, and you just need to pick one that you feel good about. You can tailor it to you, and then send that out and start asking people to take a look. Remember, if you watched our Plexus 101 video, you can send 10 messages and probably only get a response from one person. The stats say 1 in 10 people will respond. So it's totally okay and totally normal to send messages and people not respond. It doesn't mean they hate you or they'll never talk to you again. It just means they're busy, okay? And Plexus isn't a priority for them yet. But you're going to get, talking to them about Plexus. You're going to be sharing about Plexus and they'll come around eventually. That is the other thing I've learned in my 10 years. So here's a simple formula that you can follow. And also, I'll give you some examples in a minute. Um, Hey, Patsy, I'm so excited to reach out to you because I have been taking these products that I'm hopeful will help me with or that have helped me with A, B, and C. Whatever you're hopeful for with Plexus. Maybe that's more energy. Maybe that's help with mood, better sleep, weight loss, bloating, constipation, whatever. Let them know why you're excited or how it's been helping you. And then let them know why you thought about them. I thought about you because you're a busy mom like me, or you're a special needs mom like me. I thought about you because you've told me before that you have gut issues too. I thought about you because I know that you have a lot of kids and kids make you tired and cranky. Whatever made you think about them, let them know. This is that personal touch. Okay. So you say, I'm so excited about what I found and what I'm hoping for. I thought about you because, and I was curious if you would be open to taking a look at the supplements that are helping me. Would love to send you some info. Are you open? We like to say, are you open? Because people want to be open minded, okay? But people don't want to say they're interested because that kind of implies that they have to do it, okay? We just want to say, hey, are you open minded? Are you open to hearing more, okay? So that's just a very simple formula that I follow even now, 10 years later, when I'm inviting somebody to take a look. So send them a message, let them know what I'm excited, let them know why I thought about them, and then ask if they're open to checking out the same info that I checked out. So we know a little bit of a formula and we'll cover it again, but who do we say this to? Who do we talk to? Um, I always say start with your warm market. That just means anybody you have a relationship or some kind of rapport with. So it could be close friends and family. It could be people at your church. It could be people at the school your kids go to. Y'all, I have two kids and they do things. And so I know people from the different activities and things that my kids have been a part of. And you do too. You may have kids that play sports. So you have the other sports moms. You may have kids that dance. You may have the other dance moms. You may have lived in 4 different towns over the last 10 years. You know people from all those places. Basically, just think about how you spend your time. Who do you already have a certain measure of rapport with? Who do you feel like has some respect for you? That's your warm market. That's where I would start. Also, on social media, I would consider anybody who likes or comments on my stories about Plexus or anything. Those people are warm market because they kind of know who I am and what I'm about. One of the things I love to tell people to do when they're first getting started is go look at a personal post on your Facebook that had more than the average number of likes and comments. And then make a list of all those people that liked and commented on that post, because those are the people that already feel a connection to you. And they'd be a great place to start with this message. Okay. So, um, Now you start sending those messages then, okay? So you send those messages and then you want to let them know why you thought of them and all that. So what do you do if they say yes? I'm going to walk you through a perfect scenario, okay? Here, just know that this is not going to be most people. It's not even going to be close to most people. Statistics tell us that most people require 8 to 12 follow-ups before they're ever ready to make a buying decision, and that's totally normal. We're the same way. Think about how long it took you to decide to do this, how long it takes you to decide to buy something. Also, you're going to have to learn how to follow up, which we'll teach you in another video. But for today's video, I want to walk you through what you do when someone in your warm market says, "Sure, I'm open. Send me what you got." Okay, so the first step is you want to clarify the health goals. You say, "Oh, I'm so excited that you're open. Before I send you just a ton of stuff and puke Plexus on you, I just have a question. What interests you the most about it?" You can ask that in a lot of different ways, but basically you're just trying to find out what is their health issue. You can say, "Hey, if you could wave a magic wand, what would you change about your health?" For most people, it's energy and weight loss. Or for me, it was this, and this, ABC. You can also say, instead of if you wave a magic wand, what would you change about your health? You can say, what is it that's getting in the way of you feeling your best every day? What would you change? Is it energy, weight loss, mood, sleep, something else? I find that if you ask the question and then give them a few like common ideas, it helps them to come back and tell you something. Now, step two, once you clarify their health goals, you look for a story that shows that Plexus helps with what they need help with. And you're going to go to the Social Wellness Club. You can go to boards like I'm going to show you, or you can ask the person who brought you into Plexus, because they will be happy to share a story that will help you with these people. So you sent the message, they said they're open to hearing more. You clarify their health goals, you figure out what is their problem that you can solve. If you ask that question and you need more clarifying information, just ask more questions. Say, "Okay, so you say you're struggling with energy. Tell me more about what that looks like for you. Do you not sleep well? Do you have trouble falling asleep, staying asleep? Do you start off the day exhausted? Do you slump in the afternoons?" You just want to ask enough questions to figure out what problem they have that Plexus can help them solve. And then you pick a story. So you go to one of the places I mentioned, you pick a story, and you send a screenshot of the picture and a short testimony with it and say, "Can you relate to this at all?" In an ideal situation, they will say, "Yeah, that sounds a lot like me." Okay. Or they might say, "Yeah, that sounds pretty close." And then you say, "Do you want to see what they took?" Okay, super easy. Send the story, ask, "Can you relate to this at all?" Then say, "Do you want to see what they took that helped them get these results?" Then you send the product and pricing paragraph. I've got those all in boards for you. I'm going to try to show you that in a minute, so that it'll be super easy for you. I make those new every month to make sure that they include all the current month's incentives. And then all you have to do is say, "Do you want to see what they took?" And then you take that product and pricing paragraph. You sell the products that you joined with. Or if you're not sure what products will be best for them, then ask the person that brought you into Plexus, and they'll tell you what the best package to be selling right now is. Usually, I'm trying to sell Triplex, or I love to sell Slim, MetaBurn, and Vital Biome, because it gives people energy. It helps with hormones. It helps with, most of my customers are in their 40s or 50s, and it helps those people. So I usually try to sell Slim, MetaBurn, and Vital Biome. But whatever you're selling, you'll have a pricing paragraph and you'll have a graphic, and you send that over, and the pricing paragraph ends with, "What do you think?" And then if they say it sounds good, then you're going to have to ask a question. You're going to have to say, "Okay, it sounds like you're ready to get started." Or you can say, "Okay, it sounds like this is a great fit for you. Are you ready to get started?" That's called closing the deal. And people aren't just going to join on their own. You have to ask them. And closing the deal can sound scary, but it's actually the best thing you can do, asking the question, because then you know if they have objections. Now, we're going to cover objections in another video, but for now, let's assume they say yes, they're ready to get started. Get them on the phone. Send them, if you're going to send them a cart link, send them a cart link, but I still recommend getting on the phone, helping them sign up either with the cart link or guiding them through the process, because you're just going to continue to build more of that rapport, and it's going to help you to do the next steps in the process and get people duplicating, which you want to get people signed up. You want to get them to add a buddy, because we know that people are going to be more successful when they have a buddy do this with them. Statistics show that 80% of they're 80% more successful when they have a buddy do this with them. You know this. When you try to start a new health challenge, when you try to do, start walking or go to the gym or whatever, when you start trying to eat healthier, if you try to do it by yourself, wah, 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 it does not work. But if you have a buddy do it with you, you are so much more likely to stick with it. So ask them if they're ready to get started, get them on the phone, help them sign up, and ask them who's going to do this with them. Because on our team, we know people are going to be more successful if they have a friend do this with them. They have an accountability buddy, and we want them to have success. So that's it. That's the art of inviting. And you just do that over and over. And if you ask 10 people a day if they're open to hearing about Plexus, you're going to have 5 people statistically by the end of the week that are open. And they may not all decide to join right away when you follow the recruiting process. But guess what? We're going to teach you how to follow up. We're going to teach you how to deal with objections. And you are going to become a Plexus recruiting superstar.